We have, guys, just witnessed history. Lionel Messi dominating the game against Algeria, scoring a hat-trick, and with it, he has joined Miroslav Klose, the great German, on 16 World Cup goals, which is a men's World Cup record. So he needs one more to break the record. Jermaine, you know, we can talk about the performance from Argentina as a whole, but ultimately we've got to talk about one man, and that is the little magician, Messi.
Yeah, it's crazy because you know, he does it over and over again. In today's again, he showed up. He made it. I think not only for the people on the TV to have fun in watching an amazing game for him, even from the people in the stadium. I think they had at the end when he got out the typical Messi, Messi.
You doubt him at your peril. I mean, you can't really put it any other way, can you?
I mean, this is so special. I am actually intrigued to see what you think about him now level with Miro, because that's, you know, German take a lot of pride, I would say, that from Miroslav Klose holding that record. Now it's a different competition, but I don't think you can take that away from Messi. So anything there from Miro? You can imagine him watching this competition thinking he was probably going to be the one that breaks it, right?
Yeah. I think Miroslav Klose, he looks back and he's like, okay, every record is there to get broken at one point. So if you have two guys like even Cristiano, Mbappe or Haaland, if you have them in a tournament like that, you're always thinking, okay, at one point it will come, you know. And we talked about it before the game. We ask, will he show up?
Yeah,
and I think he showed up big time.
I think he was certainly the one that I was intrigued to see. How would he handle it? He's 38 years old. He's going to be 39 in this tournament, right? We say that this game's continuously going younger and younger. Like, players are making their debuts and playing 100 games by the time they're 19, 20 years old now in the professional game for club and country. I mean, Lamine Yamal, the amount of games he's played as a teenager, he's at 150 games for club and country. So for Lionel Messi to be doing this at 38 years old tells you the genius that he is. Now, with those 16 goals, Adam, 6 of them have come from outside the penalty box, and that's the difference, right? He scores from every single angle. Today, though, I don't want to put shade on the hat-trick, because a hat-trick is a hat-trick. But he certainly had a bit of help from Zidane, the goalkeeper. I thought the goalkeeper had a poor performance today. 2 he should have prevented easily. He didn't do that. The third one, the hat-trick, excellent finish from Messi to complete the trick. But yeah, what a performance.
And if ever there was a player, JJ, you didn't want to give a yard of space, particularly outside the box. I mean, that third goal, it was so obvious that he was going to shoot. Algeria, maybe they hadn't done their homework, or maybe
that frustrated you, huh?
Well, yeah, I just can't. I mean, I know teams have been trying to do this against Lionel Messi for his entire career. You probably did it when you played against him in your playing career, but they just gave him, I mean, it was Zidane, the goalkeeper, who made mistakes, but also for that third goal, just giving him a yard. I think he had 3 touches of the ball before he got the shot away. Why are they doing that?
Yeah, I think for me, the biggest point is this: when I watched the game, and I celebrated this because I saw that's what the fans are doing, right? But if I was standing on the field, I would be like exactly what you said. Why is this guy scoring 3 goals? He's 38. He will turn 39 in this tournament, like you said, Ian. And then you see the goals where at the end, the goals come, 1 goal from outside of the box. Then the goalkeeper makes a mistake. He puts it in. And then the big shot from distance, where I'm asking myself, why is nobody closing him down? Why is nobody on him? You know, like, you know, like, the best games when you play against Argentina is to get him frustrated. In that you get him only frustrated when you're on him, when you make it a little bit dirty, a little bit, you know, you let him feel that you're there. But if you give him a little bit more space and freedom like he had today, he will punish you.
Ian, JJ mentioned Mbappe in the first answer. He scored a couple of goals in their game against Senegal today. And actually, that could be an intriguing theme throughout the tournament, because he's not that far behind. I think he's only 2 behind Messi in terms of the battle to be the top World Cup scorer in men's history. So actually, that could be a theme if both teams continue. You know, they both made the final, didn't they, last time at the World Cup? These two battling out to be the top scorer all time.
Well, it's the beauty of the competition now, with the FIFA World Cup being an extended version. There's more games now in the group stage in this World Cup than there was in the entire competition in 2022, which is absolutely crazy to say. I don't think Lionel Messi will play every single game, but the way he walked around today, maybe he does play every single game, right? He doesn't have to do much to be impactful in a game. If you break his statistics down, it just simply doesn't lie. 3 goals he scored. His statistics go, a couple of chances created. He had 3 touches in the opposition box in this game. Took himself 4 shots. Obviously, great to see his shots on target. 4 shots on target is impressive. But I think it's amazing that he's just so efficient, right? Me and Jermaine were watching the game, and you just looked up. As soon as the goalkeeper made the mistake, you just look, who's there? It's Messi. Like, you just knew it was him. Like, it just felt him. And I don't know if it's like something in his brain that just puts himself into that position to be there when a mistake happens, or top of the box. Who's there? Messi, unmarked, top of the box. So, yeah, we can critique the opposition for making mistakes, defensively being pretty shocking, by the way, especially for all 3 goals. But at some point, you have to just admire and just sit back and just take your hat off and say, the guy is an absolute genius. He's 38 years old, Adam. He's playing now in Major League Soccer. And, OK, it's not as competitive as what he's previously had in his career. But to me, I was intrigued to see how he's going to handle a FIFA World Cup, and he might have just answered us in 1 game.
I remember reading an article, it was a feature about Messi, and they'd interviewed a lot of players who played against him, what they thought about him and his special talent, what's it like to play against him. And I remember one of them, I can't remember which player it was, but described him like a viper in the grass, like a snake in the grass. You look at him there, and he's not moving around. He doesn't necessarily do too much, but if you get too close, bang. He's in there and he scores a goal or he creates a goal, and he's got that magic in him, and he's able to turn a game in an instant. And I think this was a perfect example.
Yeah.
He was walking around, not doing too much. You watch him and you think, where's the magic going to come? And then in an instant, obviously Algeria maybe helped him a little bit, but when he gets that chance, he's able to strike.
Yeah, and I think that's the quality he has, right? That like you said, he sits in the grass and he waits for the moment to give you that bite, right, and hurt you.
Exactly.
And he does that not only with the national team, that he does that year for year in club level with the national team. So you compare them with Mbappe, right? When you look at Mbappe today too, they played, and when you see him, he's the same way. They're some kind in the game, but not really in the game. But then when they get the moments, or they see a little bit of clinch of, they have 3 shot to goal, they score goals. And you ask yourself, like, how is that even possible? And Messi was the same, like you said, today. There's moments where you look and you say, is he even playing? You know, especially against the ball. But then with the ball, he's like, boop, and it feels like they have a guy more on the field, you know. So it's incredible.
You talked about his age, Ian.
Yeah.
Do you think it's also testament to him that he's been able to develop his game to have such an impact, even with his advancing years? He's not stuck to the same. He's got the same talent, obviously, but he knows how to use it in a way that suits his age and maybe his speed slightly declining.
Well, listen, I think everybody, when you get into your late 30s, I think Jermaine can attest to this as well, you slow down a little bit. But he's managed to motivate himself and to be able to adjust his game, walks a little bit more than he used to. He used to be a little bit more busier on the field, right? He would bob around a little bit, especially when he was younger. He was always sort of on the move. Nowadays, he's very walkative. And I do like that. I think he just makes himself fresh for when the moment arises, that he's ready to go. I think we have to put this into the big picture of everything, right? Football is so beautiful. We were lucky enough to play it. We've been lucky enough to cover the game forever, for a long time. And to see a talent like this, to see a generational talent, we've seen him in person, you've played against him, we've covered him. He is the greatest of all time. I understand there will always be the Pelé comparison, who won 3 World Cup trophies. There will always be Cristiano Ronaldo with all of the goals that Cristiano has won, and obviously club level being so successful. There has always been players through generations that have won and been compared to being the greatest of all time. Previous to that, in an Argentinian jersey, it was Diego Maradona, and many people talked about Maradona as he was godlike. I think we have to really all start to sit back and say that this guy is the greatest player we have ever seen. And how lucky are we to be able to watch him perform in our lifetime, in his prime. Today was his first hat-trick at a FIFA World Cup. He's 38.
The other thing, Ian, I love is the smile on his face. He's still got that.
He knows
that kid in the 90s growing up in Rosario in Argentina with the smile on his face. We still saw that on the pitch in Kansas City. It was absolutely wonderful. Thanks to our friends at SofaScore. The ratings for the Argentina players against Algeria. The first time, well, certainly the first time I've ever seen this in these ratings. Lionel Messi, a perfect 10. out of 10 for him for his performance, scoring a hat-trick, of course, joining Miroslav Klose on 16 career goals at World Cups in a 3-0 victory over Algeria. Ian, we've spoken a lot about magical Messi in the first part of the show, but where does this now put the expectation for Argentina, the defending champions? Obviously, they're one of the favourites. I'm not sure everyone picking them as quite their favourites to win it. Has that changed after what you've just seen against Algeria?
No, I don't think it's changed. I think this was always going to be a difficult game for them. They've got Austria coming up next before they face Jordan. Relatively easier group. You would expect them to qualify top of the group regardless. Even if they'd have lost this game, I still probably would have said they'd gone on and win the next 2 games. I think Argentina have a tendency, as Nico just pointed out, they're starting slow and then finishing strong. I'm intrigued. There's obviously an outstanding performance. SofaScore providing the 10 there for Lionel Messi is ridiculous. I can't even remember the last time I saw a 10 on SofaScore. And I guess when you score a hat-trick in a World Cup, that deserves it. But now, OK, where's the pieces, right? Argentina wasn't a complete performance from them. You know, there were pieces that actually struggled in that game. I do think that Thiago Almada really struggled to get involved in the game. He wasn't impactful enough. I think in midfield, McAllister needs to do a bit better of getting involved in this game. There were pieces defensively when they conceded the first goal. I mean, let's not forget, they did concede the first goal, only for it to be ruled out for offside. So there is room for improvement from this Argentina side. And, of course, we'll always talk about Lionel Messi when he scores a hat-trick, and especially when you score a hat-trick in a World Cup, you should be the headline maker. But I do think that Argentina need to continue to try and improve. There are weaknesses in this Argentinian squad that I think many nations out there, especially the nations that they will face in the knockout stages, will look at that game and think there's a possibility we can beat that team. The problem is, how do you stop the little genius when he does get on the ball?
JJ, how do you think Scaloni, will have looked at that game, looked back on the game, the wonderful performance, of course, from Messi, but what's he going to learn for the next one against Austria?
Oh, it's in my eyes, it's an easy one because like you look at it and you see it pretty clear that Messi is their main player, right? Like so, and you have to find out, like as a coach now, how you get the people around him to that level that they show up, because like Ian is right. If you look at the game, it was an amazing performance for Messi, but it was not, I don't feel like an amazing performance from the whole team. So I think for the whole team, yes, you go happy now home and you get some rest because you're saying, okay, we won 3-0 against Algeria, but it still were 3 moments for Messi who changed that game. So and that is something issue what we talked already before. What happened if Messi gets injured? What happened if Messi has not a good day? Then who steps it up? Who's the next one who can provide that extra goal or brings them to that level? And I think even other countries will look at it and go, say, Algeria made one mistake. They were not able to take him out of the game. So all the other teams, they will watch that and be like, okay, what is the next, when we play against him? Are we going to old school like back in the days to say to one player, just stay on him and take him out because he's the main key, he's the danger, and he will change the game for them. And I think on the opposite side, the coach of Argentina, you have to be honest with your team. You have to go back and you have to say, guys, yes, we won. We had a complete opposite from the last World Cup where we lost the first. This time we won. The atmosphere, everything is now good, but we have to talk about the stuff what was not good because Algeria had the moments. They were in the game too. They were just not clean in front of the goal. In Argentina, like we talked, had Messi and he was clean.
Do you know what, JJ? I think a lot of Argentinian fans will be somewhat blinded by the fact that the first 2 goals came from goalkeeping mistakes from Zidane, right? First one he should have saved. He got a hand to it. He got 2 hands to the ball. How on earth he didn't stop it, I don't know. Second one is right at him. His goalkeeping position. I don't know what he was trying to do. I can't remember the last time I've seen a goalkeeper take that type of a position when you're trying to block the ball.
Well, he didn't push it out to one side or the other. He just pushed it straight back to him.
And then he made a clear mistake. So that's 2 mistakes and you're 2-0 down to Argentina. Messi scored 2 of them. I absolutely take nothing away from the third goal. It was an excellent finish, except for the fact that they left him top of the box completely unmarked. So there were many errors that came into this game from the Algerian side where I continue to go back to it. Listen, I'm far from an Argentinian fan. I'm not. But I do think that Argentina are not the same team from 2022. This is a different group of players, and they have to do a lot of work to get better. Because what I saw tonight from Argentina won't be good enough to win a World Cup. You need Lionel Messi to score goals, but JJ has pointed out there, if you stop Messi or find a way to stop Messi, maybe let some people know, because a lot of people have struggled, But I do think that if you do stop Messi, this Argentina squad can struggle.